Hey, it's August 10th, 2021, and I'm out here for another lovely week of building my scrap tiny house. And this weekend has largely been devoted to small stuff like doing some window trim work. As you can see, I've got some molding around the windows now, and also finishing the mud because my hideous patchwork job with scrap drywall, or at least a sizable portion of scrap drywall, has yielded many creases, cracks, and pockets that need to be filled in or sanitized for visual appeal, I suppose it could be said. I ordered a couple of more strips of LED lights from eBay, so those hopefully will be here and ready to put up next week. And I ran out of mud, so I am now turning my attention to replacing the screen up here. It doesn't quite stretch the whole way, and it's one of the downsides of poor measurements because the screen is not scrap. But I did outline the other one yesterday and gave it some characteristics that gives it a better seal and also allows it to swing open if I so choose to swing it open. And I still need to put a mount for the corrugated PVC window up there. But it's all small stuff now. All the major construction efforts have pretty much completed. And, well, it's the scrap house. I fucking love it. It's got so much character and style. And never forget, though, who built it. I am an idiot. This is my first time building a structure for one to live in, myself especially. And it was built almost entirely of scrap materials, despite a lot of the exterior stuff that you see. Of course, this is all culled whitewood, CULLED, from Lowe's. It's called the Cull Cart, and that's where you can get all kinds of brand new, wonderful material for 10 cents on the dollar, and sometimes even better than that. So I would highly recommend maybe checking that out if you're a scrapper like me and you like taking America's wealth that's in the garbage and putting it to good use. I haven't paid any attention to the north side of the building yet. But there's the soffits I mentioned last week or the week before. And so those are up, and it's all coming together. I'll tell you what, I cleaned the windows a couple of weeks ago. And what a difference clean windows makes. Once again, these are scrap windows that I picked up from some office in Wendell, North Carolina, and they posted them up on Craigslist and said, take these glass shelves. If you can haul them, they're yours. So I did, and I don't know, I got 30 to 50 panes. I didn't actually count, but I know that I've got 30 panes more of this 1/4-inch thick shelving glass, which is pretty robust stuff. And it has made a lovely addition to the tiny house. I've still got to do the electrical box, tonight I'm going to sleep for the first time in the tiny house without the mosquito net. I'm going to give it a try because I didn't notice any bugs in here last night, there's reason to think that my strategy is paying off, and the closing up all the holes and stuff is also doing its job. Since I've got screen above the windows up there, as soon as I fill in that screen, and the screens on the south side of the building up on the ceiling will also help seal bugs out. And then yesterday I also put up my last scrap board of that exterior paneling. Looks like the bottom of it did get a little bit of water exposure, so it definitely started growing stuff, but it'll dry out. And there's also screens on the roofing joists on that side, just at the top of the wall. You probably can't see it in the phone, but anyway, very pleased. Had a lovely night's sleep last night, and it really is such a joy to have this structure built that I can sleep in, because it beats the ever living shit out of sleeping in the shed, which was actually really my first build. Never built anything like that before. Just decided to build a a shed for a lot of the stuff that we have. As you can see, it still needs a lot of work. I need to take these little makeshift gutter panels down and put up some actual gutter, which I don't have any qualms about buying new. It's not something you find a lot of at the scrapyard or in dumpsters at construction sites or anything like that, but you can find them from time to time. But you know, this one turned out really nice, and I used to camp there. I had the pimpin chair and the ottoman right here, you know, coming off of that window. And there was a mouse in here for the last year or so, and he left shit all over the floor, which was kind of filthy, and so I had to clean up pretty regularly. But this has served its purpose, and it has kept all this wonderful stuff out of the elements. And despite the fact that it's hideously ugly, it does its job. And at this stage of the game, I'm all about function rather than form. Form can always go over the functional stuff and make it look all nice. This, well, it looks, I think it's got more form. Just my opinion. But it's great. Having a great time. And learning what it's like to try and etch out some freedom and independence for yourself, for myself, without having to incur any debt or spend enormous sums of money on brand new building materials, construction materials, and so on and so forth, and actually making use of the waste that all the builders and the construction owners and the contractors and all that sort of stuff produce as they continue to erect new residential homes and apartment buildings and office buildings and all sorts of stuff right here in the Triangle area, or rather down south in the Triangle area, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. I'm an hour north of my home in Raleigh, here in Oxford, North Carolina. And it's a beautiful day, lovely summertime. I love the summertime, sweet summer nights especially. And once I'm done inside the house, I will turn my sights over to the greenhouse, downsize, and give you a little bit of a perspective on one of the previous videos. I know it looks pathetic, but that's me. I'm fucking pathetic. I'm an idiot. But I'm gonna do it, you know, and not really look back, other than to learn some lessons on building techniques and you know, what it behooves us to plan for ahead of time. And so yeah, just having a beautiful day out here. Thought I'd make another video and keep guys, anybody that's interested, up to date, and just document the efforts of a relatively poor idiot, American idiot, you know, carving out a life for himself without the assistance of the banks or any of the other nefarious corporations we have going up around us, driving the people insane with this mass psychosis of covidiocy, the real covidiocy. And anyway, we're gonna etch out a little life here as best we can. But so far, it's coming along great. I think it looks great. I mean, for a guy that's never done anything like this before, I think it looks. I'm proud to look at it. It's not an eyesore, kind of like the shed can be from time to time, or the greenhouse, the poor greenhouse. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. Stay blessed, and we'll catch you on the flip side.